Hi there, Tim McKay from Alleviated Risk. In a moment, I'm going to jump onto my whiteboard and I'm going to walk you through the coolest thing I think I have come up with in a long time. So it's called the Money in Bank Accelerator. We're going to talk a little bit about that on the whiteboard in just a moment, but just to give you a kind of idea, I want to help you get rid of the bottlenecks to making money show up in your bank faster. You've got paying customers, paying clients. It takes work to get to the point where you can bill them. It takes work to get the money back from the client into your bank. Let's figure out what is holding you up and let's get that money back in your bank faster. Fewer hours, lower costs, all that good stuff. We're going to dive into that in just a moment. Who this is for yourself if you're an owner or a finance person responsible for revenue in your business. Who this is not for are people who don't want to change. Because in order to grow, in order to excel, you got to break bonds. You got to start to undo the bad practices. You got to do things differently. You got to change. You have to evolve. If that's not for you, that's okay. Bye. You can leave. But if this is something where you want to look at your business and say, yeah, we could do things better, this is for you. Hang on. Let's get into this. All right. So we're going to talk a little bit about this wonderful thing, money in the bank. All right, money in the bank. We all know this wonderful phrase. Time equals money. All right. So there's two kinds of time. We've got efforts. We've got duration. What's the difference? All right. Let's say in order for me to produce an invoice, it might take me 10 minutes to do an invoice. So if I'm sitting at my computer and I got all the information I need 10 minutes to do an invoice. 10 minutes for invoice. However, I start that invoice for a client, then I realize, oh, somebody didn't fill in a timesheet. So I need to spend more time. I need to send an email, check in this, follow up with that guy, all that good stuff. Now we're talking about 2 days duration to do this 10-minute task. In an ideal world, you got a 1-to-1 ratio of duration and efforts. But when it becomes out of balance, then it takes a little bit of analysis to figure out how do we eliminate those bottlenecks. So that's what really Money in the Bank's all about, okay? It's reducing those bottlenecks between efforts and duration so that leading all the way back to, once you to get the money in the bank, you've probably got to invoice somebody. All right, so you've invoiced them now. And before that, you've got to do stuff. All right, so you're going to package a product and ship it to them. Or you're going to write a term sheet, or you're going to do a service, you're going to create and send a product, whatever that is. So then you got inventories, you got inventory costs, you got labor, you got overheads, you got data transformations. You're doing all these things. You got all this stuff going on to do the stuff that you said you're going to do for your clients so that you can send an invoice and get paid and money in the bank. Every one of these things is going to have an effort and a duration, and the more you unpack these different functions in the business, the more you're going to realize where your bottlenecks are. And that's what we're going to start with in this Money in the Bank Accelerator. Is we're going to look at the big picture, broad strokes. Namely, for once you're done doing stuff to get an invoice, what are the things that are holding you up here? Like if there are, 4 steps to get you're now done working, you want to convert from work in progress over to revenues. WIP, work in progress to revenues. That's the transformation we're trying to make here. We want to get that revenue collected. We want to realize that because we don't want to have age open payables or age open receivables, and we want to make sure that we've got money in the bank. So that's what we're going to do. Let's focus on this. Let's accelerate that. Let's get you some, 10-day, 20-day, 30-day wins and make some time go smaller, make some money go bigger, and that's it. So let's talk about that. Call me. You can write me at tim.mckay@alleviatedrisk.net, or just hit me up on LinkedIn, timonlinkedin.com, or directly book a call, sushiwithtim.com, and that'll get you started. So I'll put that information on the video description, and probably in the message if I put this out on social medias. But that's the whole thing. Money in the bank. Time is money.